After the victory of yesterday against Cagliari, there is a huge big split between the tifosi. If one part is really believing in the Scudetto, the dream, one of the top 3 ever most beautiful Scudetti ever all time from Juve, there is another part that is saying, forget about it. If we continue to play like we did in the second half of Cagliari Juve, forget about it. If we are not able to score at least a second goal in that first half, forget about it. If we are looking at the list of injuries, especially in defense, adding player every single week, forget about it. We speak about that, not only the last 45 minutes, not only the first 45 minutes, we speak about all of that in today's video. Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. We won yesterday and that's already a beautiful thing, and that's why I'm asking you also today on Monday to put a maximum of like. Don't forget to subscribe, make that channel grow and grow and grow with a maximum of support for you but also for me, GJustjuve. We go with the first thing. Yes, I blame Juventus that we didn't score more goals in that first half. Opportunity with Kenan, opportunity with Conceição. That first half should have been closed immediately with at least a 3-0. Things that, for example, an Atalanta has been able to do a lot of time this season. Inter was able to do a lot of time this season. It's not a coincidence that they are at the first and the third spot in Serie A. So I blame Juventus. Did we play a bad game? Because I remember yesterday after the game, we were not that happy analyzing immediately the game because, of course, we had in our memory fresh the second half, the last 30 minutes, even maybe risking a bit in that last minute of Cagliari Juve. No, we didn't play a bad game if you're analyzing the 90 minutes. Look at the first half, for example. According to me, it was not a given that Juventus would have entered in the Sant'Elia like we did after the elimination against PSV. I always told you, I don't know what Juve we will see. If in one side, I really hope that Juventus will be able to stand up, to fight, maybe also with a bit of pride. I was scared, I was a bit worried that Juventus would have been already with one knee on the ground, just waiting to receive that other slap in our face to be totally lying on the ground. Luckily, Juventus answered. And again, I repeat, it was not a given. With a beautiful first half. 1.76 expected goals. You know that it's not my favorite stat, but it's something. 1.76, where we score only one goal. 9 shots on target. No, 9 attempts in the first half. 4 on target. Yesterday we had a fantastic ball possession of 70%. I don't want to speak too much about the stat. A clearly defined way of playing with a 4-1-4-1. Playing extremely high with the fullbacks. Playing quite wide with our offensive wingers. Juventus was a clear identity on paper. The idea of Thiago Motta that prepared the game of yesterday extremely well. With a Locatelli that was touching 81 balls only in the first 45 minutes. He was the key. He was the brain, playing short, playing long, playing in the back, playing up front, playing vertical. Yesterday in that first half, 31% of the time we were playing there. Centrally, vertically, something that we really need to do and something that we did yesterday. So I really speak about a really beautiful half for Juve where nearly everything was working. When I'm saying nearly everything, it's because even if Weston McKennie and Koopmeiners were there, it's not that we saw them too much. They were not that much involved. They were doing a lot of non-possession work, a lot of tactical work, but they were not that great on the ball, even if McKennie did a bit more than a Koopmeiner that is really starting to be a huge big question mark. Starting, he is a huge big question mark since now a few weeks, not only about his performance, but also the question that none of us can answer: why is Thiago Motta continuing to play Koopmeiners from the start over Kefren Thuram? In Eindhoven, in Cagliari yesterday, big questions that we still don't understand. Unfortunately, the game is not only 45 minutes, a game is played with 2 times 45 minutes. And that second half is a problem. Yesterday we win 1-0 thanks to our first half, not thanks to our second half. But then, guys, if we score with Kenan 2 goals, if we score with Conceição, if at the end of the game we are able to score there again, guys, we're speaking about a total different game. And I want today also to speak, because we won, about that penalty not given. Because, guys, I don't understand how it's possible that the referees, the VAR didn't give that penalty. We all saw it, don't lie. We all saw it immediately live that it was a penalty. A penalty, I will even add red card and penalty. So double punishment for Luperto and Cagliari. It's a disaster. I don't understand it. Because now it's easy, eh? Now it's easy to say, yeah, but at the end we won. Who cares? No, I care. Because if at the 82nd minute they score, we finish 1-1, like the home game. And this time, what are we saying? No, but we had to win in the first half, and let's not speak about that penalty not given because Juventus needed to be strong. Yes, it's true. Yes, correct. But that penalty in whatever football field that you are looking a game should be given, especially in era of VAR. It is a penalty because at the end, if we do 1-1, we will be here crying at the end of the season. If we don't enter top 4 just because of 1 point or 2 points, because of that draw, we will always remember it, and it's too late. So I don't understand how you're not giving that penalty. For me, it's a big crime, especially if you are looking at the visual of the referee. There is nobody to disturb him. Was really in line to analyze and give that one, especially in the era of VAR. Now, happy 100% of that first half, yes. Second half, no. So we are half happy. These are also the words of Thiago Motta that yesterday said, we missed too much. He's also trying to explain a bit, saying, we come from 120 minutes against PSV. We come from a huge big cycle. If I'm not wrong, it was the 13th, if not the 14th game since 2025. So we played every 3 days. I can understand that sometimes you miss a bit of lucidity. You are a bit less clear-minded. You are a bit less clinical, but it cannot. And I always enjoy when the players are going in front of microphones like Bangula after his winning goal. You remember that when he said, I should have played better. Well, yesterday we had a Kenan Yildiz went in front of microphone and said, yesterday I should have scored, not once, but I should have scored 2 goals. I love these young players, 19 years old, 21 years old, that are taking their responsibility, especially when we win. They want more, and that's already a really beautiful sign of yesterday. But you see the momentum, that first half, you see really huge big peaks of Juve that is pushing, finding goal, not stopping, being able to continue to push. A little moment of Cagliari that yesterday, guys, let's be honest, was not a big Cagliari, not in the first half, also not in the second half. Juventus continue to look for that second goal that unfortunately doesn't arrive because we had these mistakes, and then that second half that arrives again with a Juve. You don't see these peaks anymore. We were not dangerous anymore. I believe that we went under the 0. I think it was 0.36 expected goal in second half. We had 5 shots. 3 of them were on target. A lot of them sloppy ones, like the one of Bangula at the 92nd minute. I think it's true. We gave again too much the ball to Cagliari. We let them think, and luckily they were not strong, let's be honest, because otherwise they put us in difficulty. So I think what I blame yesterday, it's not the entirety of that second half, but especially how we enter in that second half. If you were not able, because of your own mistake, to go with that second goal in the first half, you need to look for it immediately when we start the 46th minute. You need to go and look for that second goal, which yesterday we didn't. We didn't, except in the last few minutes with some beautiful counterattacks. And that's a huge pity, which we need to understand. Will it be better? Will we improve when we will play 1 time a week? Not forgetting that Juventus should not be a team that is playing 1 time a week. Also, the possession at 50-50 in second half. I didn't understand the changes of Thiago Motta. Douglas Luiz that is entering at the 62nd minute for Koopmeiners. Well, Koopmeiners out, totally correct. But before Kefren Thuram is something that I don't understand, especially because Douglas Luiz together with Locatelli, sometimes it worked, a lot of time we saw that it's not always working, especially if your main man of that game is Locatelli with 81 touches. At that moment, I think he was already at 100 balls touch when Douglas Luiz enters. You know that it's clear that all the balls needs to go to Locatelli. If you are playing with a 4-1-4-1 and all the balls goes to him, you are creating a bit of confusion. One, and secondly, because he comes from 1, maximum 2 training session, he was not 100% ready. So why is Kefren Thuram not entering, and we need to wait until the 73rd before seeing the Frenchman? That is one of the most informed midfielder that we have at the moment entering the field. I still don't understand it, and then by consequence, Douglas Luiz injured after 19 minutes that he was on the field. Now, we go towards that second topic before entering the Dusan Vlahovic topic. That is a huge one. Today, I really want to speak about Dusan Vlahovic, but we enter towards Scudetto, top 4, not top 4, Scudetto. The win of yesterday, don't go crazy. It's an important one for the top 4. The win of yesterday, it's an important one for the top 4. At the moment, as we speak, today on the 24th of February, it's an important win for the top 4 because for the first time we are isolated there alone at 49, which are 2 more points than Lazio. 12 games to play, so there are a lot of points to be won, 36 ones still to be won. Nothing is done yet. Nothing is done yet. The Juventus that is not able, when you have the pressure to go in Eindhoven and to beat Eindhoven is a problem. The Juventus that was not able to give continuity after Manchester City, after Inter, after Torino, after Milan, it's a problem. The Juventus of yesterday that was not able to close the game against Cagliari is a problem. When we'll have that pressure, when we'll go more and more and more, if we go more and more up in the ranking of Serie A, well, I'm not sure if that Juventus is able to keep that rhythm. For the first time, we are giving continuity, which was super important with 4 games in a row in Serie A that we are winning. We have Verona this weekend. In the midweek, we have Empoli, that we are playing in Coppa Italia. Then we have that game against Verona, and then the big games are also starting, Atalanta, etc., etc. So pay attention. I told it before Matchday 30, I don't really want to speak about Scudetto. On the other side, we cannot lie that if you're looking at the last few seasons, in the month of March, let's say March, because we play against Verona, it will be on the 3rd of March. So in the month of March, I don't remember when was the last time that we were that close to the top. Because how many points are there difference with Inter? 8. Only 8 points. So if you're looking purely mathematically, yes, there is that dream of Scudetto. 8 points with 12 games to play, everything can happen. What worries me is Juventus first, then also the fact that we have an Inter and Napoli and Atalanta in front of us. 1 can collapse, 2 can collapse, 3 of them collapsing, which would be extremely bizarre, a bizarre thing. And you don't only have the 3 that needs to collapse, but you need to give continuity in winning all the games that you have. Then the next weekend, where we will watch everyone already knowing the result, would already tell us what Napoli-Inter would have done, but also what Atalanta-Venezia would have done, and also probably Milan-Lazio that are behind us, knowing already the result of Milan-Bologna. Then if they are giving us assists, if they continue to lose points like they did in Matchday 26, I will not say no, I don't want to compete for a Scudetto. But first, look at ourselves. Also because we didn't speak about it, but the injury in Casa Juve is dramatic. We lost 4 players in 1 week. We lost 4 players in the last week. Renato Vega, Savona, Cambiaso, Douglas Luiz. Look at all the defenders. Look at the images I'm showing you. All the defenders that are out. Now, what is the point? We already had the information about Savona. He will probably miss between 15 and 20 days, considering also the last game that he didn't play yesterday. Cambiaso, they are a bit more optimistic about Cambiaso, luckily. Douglas Luiz needs to do his test a bit later today, but Douglas Luiz, the first initial thoughts are not wow, and that's another problem also because after Fagioli leaving to Fiorentina, it's not that we have that many midfielders anymore. We have a Weston McKennie that looked yesterday really tired. We have a Locatelli, we have a Thuram, that Thuram is never playing. For what reason? I don't know. And we have a Turnco that is a ghost. That is a ghost. So we don't have a lot of midfielders options there. On top of that, the defenders is quite difficult. Where we have some choices is there on top, with also a really beautiful Dusan Vlahovic. And I want to speak about Dusan Vlahovic in a second. But first, let me say congratulations to Lloyd Kelly, that yesterday we don't speak enough about him because we didn't want him at Juve, because we think it's too many money, because of this, and all correct things. We spoke about it before his arrival, but yesterday the performance of Kelly was good, was really good, so congratulations to Lloyd Kelly. Not easy, absolutely not easy when you know that whatever you will do, you will need to convince twice more all the other players, so congratulations to Lloyd Kelly, that played a really, really beautiful game yesterday. But let's speak about Dusan Vlahovic. Dusan. Oh, what a surprise. Dusan is the title of Corriere dello Sport, and he's also finishing on Tutto Sport with Ci sono anch'io. Also me. I'm here. I'm also there to support the team, to win with the team. Yesterday, his beautiful 1-0. Look, was it yesterday a coincidence that he scored? No, I knew it because I really believe that historical data the players, they know them, and they are entering, they are influencing also their mental. He knows that when he's playing against Cagliari, it's always a game where he scores. 8 goals in 11 games in total, 4 goals in 5 games before starting. Now with Juve, he did 5 goals in 6 games, so it's a game where he feels that he can score. He's in total confidence. Also the fact, and we know it, that one of the first balls that he's touching, he's going immediately in pressure to Mina. He's taking that ball, he's winning his physical duel, and he's scoring at the 10th, 12th minute, which you know it, and then it brings a lot of confidence to Dusan. Would he have missed that ball? Would he have changed the game of Dusan? I don't know. What I know is that I don't remember the last time that Dusan Vlahovic touched 30 balls in the first half. He was everywhere yesterday, pressing, playing a lot of time on the right side. Yesterday, Dusan Vlahovic, according to me, played a really beautiful game. You want some images? Well, look at that immediately. At 11 minutes and 37 seconds, you see that he's immediately understanding, anticipating that retro pass to Mina. He's pressing, beautiful pressure of Dusan Vlahovic, that he's going on the player. Then he's winning his physical duel, and then he's a one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Beautiful goal from Dusan. Later, in that same first half, he's playing totally on the right side. Why? Because he was really smart in knowing that Mina, he was waiting for him to be static, to man-mark him. Well, yesterday, he was not giving referral point. He was moving on the right side a lot of time to actually unmark himself, to be involved into the game. Also there, beautiful images of Dusan Vlahovic. We see other things where, again, he was involved, trying also to go with some assists. Beautiful Dusan Vlahovic. Of course, we spoke about that penalty not given. If I want to blame Dusan, it is that 77th minute penalty not given, but it's also the fact that he's alone in front of the goal. He has meters over Luperto and Mina. That missed first control is actually missing him some seconds, some meters of benefit. And actually, he's waiting too much, giving the opportunity to the other ones to catch him and then to make a foul that has not been whistled. That one should have been a goal. A goal without any hesitation. He should have gone faster, with a beautiful control in front of the goal. Of course, I'm blaming for that. Then on the other side, it was too late and it should have been a penalty. We play on Wednesday against Empoli. Am I someone that will judge the season because we won the Coppa Italia or not? No. But I want to go for it. I want to go into the final. I really want to go for the final because, first of all, it brings you money and it gives you also an extra competition, the Supercoppa, I believe, again, in Saudi Arabia next year. I really want. It's money, guys. We need some money, especially because we just missed 11 million from the Champions League going towards the next round. Now, a bit of Mercato. Do we have time? Yeah, we have a bit of time. Because Jonathan David, we already spoke about him in the last few days, is a name that is on the market. He said it at the end of the season. I will reveal where I will go. I always thought that a free player like that, it's a big opportunity that Giuntoli went on. But there is another name that is again on the papers today. It's the name of Zegrova. Zegrova, Mirko Di Natale is telling us he's back on the list together with Adeyemi, with Jeremiah Hernandez that I told you a lot of time, and with Ademola Lookman. So the list for the wingers are there, which means also that one of the wingers will leave. Will it be Chico Conceição that we will not sign at the end of the season? We know there is a clause and we will go towards one of these players or not. I don't know, but pay attention for these players. Mercato is already starting. Some people, they think, yeah, but Beppe, it's too early to speak about Mercato. It's actually now where you start doing Mercato because I really hope that in the season 25-26, we will not be there at the really end of the month of August, maybe even September, in starting still hoping to sign our objectives. We should be fast, especially because we have that Club World Cup. Club World Cup where a lot of players, if we don't extend them, they will be gone. A Veiga, a Colomwani, a Conceição. There's a lot of players. Kalulu. So we need to take decisions fast. And that's why I think that Mercato already starts today. Ragazzi, put a maximum of like if you didn't yet. I hope you enjoyed that game. I hope you enjoyed the video. Grazie, forza. Juve.